Welcome to Vlogmas Decluttering Roulette on Jamie Chaotic, where every day from December 1st to 24th, I will be decluttering one quick problem area in my house, drawn at random from a fishbowl. Because 'tis the season to decorate, host parties with friends and family, and be otherwise drowning in the stress, mess, and chaos of the holiday season. I hope the videos of me getting my shit together can provide you with some decluttering motivation and a few moments of relaxation during these trying times. Thanks for watching. Now on to today's mess. Well, we all know what this is going to be. The pantry. I don't even need to look at it. That's what it says. I know there's one more that's going to go back into the fishbowl. This is the car that I saved out because we're doing that last. So that can go back in so we can dump the fishbowl out again tomorrow. But we're doing the pantry. I'm not going to let this break me. This is the last thing inside the house. I should be thrilled and happy. And I am. I just hate our kitchen so freaking much. This has the same vibes as when I did the bathroom upstairs, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch that video from like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months ago when I decluttered our upstairs bathroom. It's got the same vibes as that for me because I hate the cabinetry. I hate the 1970s old cabinets that feel like they have mold and 50 years worth of other people's grime on them. But I will say, at least with the kitchen, no one has been actively pooping near this pantry, as far as I know. I don't know what previous tenants have done in this place, but oh man, I hope nobody has actively been pooping in this kitchen. New fear unlocked. But we're not going to let this break me. I know that I'm going to feel fantastic when this is done. It's going to make cooking much easier, which I have just been flat out avoiding cooking any food because the kitchen sucks so bad. And we're about to have a holiday party with people over where we're going to be cooking, and the kitchen just needs to be in better shape. So this will help. We also need to do all the dishes and actually like clean the kitchen, but it's in much better shape than it has been, and that we can do that tomorrow. Let's do that tomorrow. That's not happening today. Okay, I'm very quickly going to pan around the kitchen. Yes, there are an entire sink full of dishes in the sink. I'm not even going to talk about that. That's Blake's chore. I don't see that. Our stove is filthy. This is it. That's the entirety of the kitchen. You saw the whole thing. And then our microwave and a bunch of crap on top of the microwave. That's it. You know, you get the full circle. This is, I'm sure I'm making a bunch of people dizzy. This is the full kitchen. All right. It's the size of a shoebox. One of the many reasons why it sucks. Sorry for anyone who's reaching for their Dramamine right now. I'm actually going to do this area first. This is the pantry, which I will open for you. Isn't it awesome? It's one of those deep shelf, just bottomless pit type pantries. And then we'll do up here too, which I just have kid snacks up here. I'm going to do this first because I would love for this to be like the holding area. And this needs to get cleaned off before our holiday party anyway. So this is just clean stuff, clean quotes, stuff that never got put away, because guess what? There is no away. How many times am I going to say that? There's no away for any of this stuff. There's nowhere to put it. We don't have a place for any of these. It's mostly cups. These are the types of cups that Blake prefers to drink out of, the big, like, plastic cups. And then there's some overnight oats that are mine, a random little pitcher. Some various barware, a cutting board, you know, just your basic kitchen shit. And there's nowhere to put this stuff. So I'm just going to clear it all out and attempt to shove it somewhere. And then we're going to clean this little section off, and I will unload the pantry onto here, and then we will discuss further. But I hate this so bad, just so you know. I hate this. We're gonna stay positive though. So once I started actually clearing stuff off of this area, I realized that the things closest to the sink and on that little turquoise mat were clean. The other stuff that was in the corner had been sitting there for so long that, yeah, it was clean at one time. It was washed and then set there, but it had been sitting so long that it was completely covered in dust and just not
clean anymore because it never got put away because, again, there is no way to put it. So this actually ended up being quicker to clear this out because a lot of that stuff just went on the other side of the sink to get rewashed. And then the other things that were actually clean, I just shoved them somewhere.
In case anyone feels the need to point out that my kitchen is filthy and disgusting, please restrain yourself from making that comment, because I am well aware I do not clean the kitchen ever. I don't do it. Occasionally I will wipe off the one little corner, the one little square foot of workspace that I am using. But even then, I'm pretty much just using a cutting board, trying not to touch anything, and moving on with my life because I hate it in here, if you haven't picked up on that. And so I get really bad anxiety and germophobiousness. I know that's not a word, but I get very upset about the germies when I look too closely at them, and then it makes me spiral. So I've developed a coping mechanism, same as in the bathroom, where I just go blind to it, don't look at it, don't notice it, don't address it, don't clean it, don't do anything, and then it doesn't make me spin out of control so bad on the daily. Now, on days like this where I'm actually going to be cleaning it, I'm going to get very frustrated and I am going to get very upset. I am going to be using antibacterial products, but I'm just trying to clean this one little square here. The caulking with an L around the sink, you can barely see it. It's the worst caulking job I've ever seen in my entire life. My guess is the landlord did it himself. That would be my guess. Don't tell my landlord. The people who own this place, they used to do all of the repairs and everything themselves, and it really sucks. I'm whispering so that they don't hear me, but everything that they have ever done in this house is broken, and it's the type of thing where they put on 18,000 more layers of paint on top of the old paint, and then they use oil-based and regular acrylic-based paint, and then they peel off of each other, and then they just keep putting more layers on top. It's that kind of a place. If you have been a renter before, I bet you know exactly what I'm talking about. So the caulking around the edge and around the sink is nasty. It's chunky. It's not like a smooth thing where you just, are supposed to put your finger through it. Like, I could recalc this myself and it would be perfect because I used to caulk my own bathtub when I lived with my parents. This is the worst job I've ever seen. No joke. So I don't know how they thought this was acceptable, but it cannot be cleaned. As far as I'm concerned, it will never be clean. I could just dump bleach right onto that and it will never be clean in my eyes because germaphobe, perfectionist, compulsiveness. It'll just never be clean. So that's why I just don't clean it. In my mind, avoidance helps keep me sane. But we're going to walk through the awkward door and we are going to now clean this one little tiny area. It's going to look great. It's going to be worth it. I'm going to try my best not to dwell on the fact that that crease right there is going to continue to be festering germs and bacteria. What I'm about to do to clean this is going to make it better. It will still be better. And I have to just focus on that. Compulsions are not fun, you guys.
So I did spray on antibacterial cleaning spray. I let it sit for a while. This is sped up, time-lapsed, and edited and cut out the long periods of time where there was just nothing. Real time, it looked a lot different than this. Yes, I also use paper towels because sometimes when things are, in my mind, extra germy, I don't want to use a reusable rag because I feel like it's never going to get clean in the washing machine either. So I use disposable paper towels because I've got problems.
Okay, so this is clean. As you can see, what is this, Formica or whatever, has lots of scratches on it. Not from us. This is how it was given to us. It looks dingy, as you can tell. Doesn't look quite as dingy in person. The camera is kind of picking up the contrast a little bit more. But come on, let's just really. Do you see what I mean? Like that's caulking. See, like a thin layer that has been smeared. See how it's like chunky? I don't even want to touch it. It's got like different colored specks in it from who knows what. You guys, this is the condition that it was given to us in, okay? Before you say like, we did something to cause this. This is just an old compartment. Like there's just stain right here. That doesn't come off. That's just always been there. I have no idea what it is. The edge of the sink, same kind of thing. Now, it is dingy too. This does need to be cleaned. I could dump some bleach on it. But you see how like the grime and bacteria and stuff, it just gets so much trapped so much easier because the caulking is all screwed up. Like there's like mold getting deep down in there, you know? There's just not a whole heck of a lot I can do unless I want to scrape all the caulking off and recalk it. And I'm emphasizing the L in the caulking because I don't want to keep saying caulking over and over again. All right, it's okay. It's cleared off. Let's do the pantry now. I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. Can you tell I'm trying to tell myself this myself? And also, if anybody wants to say like, well, yeah, just do that. Just redo the caulking. Yeah, I mean, okay, we could, but also shouldn't they do that labor and do it properly and provide that to us, especially for the amount of money we pay for this place? I mean, it's tough. Like, I want to keep it clean. I have very good intentions. We don't want to wreck their property in any way. But also, it's like, just take the effort and do a good job for the people who have to make this their home, you know? Like, have some pride and ownership and don't just chunk around. Like, how is that acceptable to rent that to somebody like that? I know it's not the end of the world. There's places that are, like, rat infested and falling down and leaky roofs. I don't know. There's a million more worse things that could exist, but for the amount of money we pay, I feel like for the amount of money we pay, we should have a whole new kitchen and both brand new bathrooms. But that would be if we left or they kicked us out and then they wanted to up the rent an extra $1,000 a month, then they would probably have to renovate it. So I'm just frustrated. You probably didn't hear any of that because my tiny microphone's far away. I just realized that. All right, let's get up close and personal with the pantry now. Top part up here are 2 bins that we use for snacks and like candy, I guess. I guess that's what it has turned into. Snacks and like off-limit snacks for the kids. There's a lot of wasted space up here, and if I can figure out a way to utilize this better, I will. The reason this was up here is because, first of all, just having this one bin, it's easy for me to pull it down, both of these, because I'm short. And you see how gross that is? Do you see how gross that is? Okay, we're not gonna talk about it. I'm short and it makes it easy for me to just pull the whole bin down if I need something. Also, for a while, snacks had to be up high so that the kids didn't have full reign of the snacks because they were going a little overboard and having snacks that they were not permitted to have. So that's why this was up here, even though it's not utilizing the space well. So I'm rethinking things. I feel like the kids are more trustworthy now. They're older now, and they would do well with having the snacks down low. Also, then I won't have to be the one that gets them a snack every single time they want a snack. So I think as long as they still ask if they can have something and are trustworthy enough to take the one thing I tell them they can have, it would be nice to have the snacks down low. Also, I know we're not working on this right now. Up top is cereal. Bo, my oldest, is starting to become a little bit more independent, and he can pour his own cereal, which is like, yay, big accomplishment. So if I could get the cereal and the cereal bowls down low so that I don't have to access them for him, then that would be really cool too, because then he could get his own cereal whenever he wanted. I don't know if we're going to have room in here to do that. The option is down at, we'll start at the bottom here. Down at the bottom, we have some large bulky pots and pans and apparently some pancake mix, I guess, down there. I don't even know what all is down there. Obviously, it's very chaotic and disorganized. There is nowhere else to put the big bulky pots and pans because all the other cabinets in the kitchen are minuscule and annoying. The pots and pans, used to be up there at the very, very top. That worked pretty well. I might go ahead and switch it back. If the kids are trustworthy, I can put the snacks back down there because that's where they were in the beginning. And I liked it and it worked nice. If I can fit the snacks and the cereal boxes kind of in these two zones. I don't know if I can, but it would be awesome if I could fit like cereal and snacks and bowls down here, maybe even the peanut butter and the bread, so that the kids can start making some of their own stuff and I don't have to get every single thing for my kid at all times. I don't know though. I don't know if it's feasible. It would kind of be a trade-off between functionality and giving the kids a little bit of independence. So do we need to prioritize the pantry just functioning the most efficiently? Possibly. Probably. I don't know if I could find some other place somewhere. I don't even know where. There is no other place to put stuff down low for the kids. I mean, I'm looking around at the kitchen and there just really isn't any other place. So the kitchen just sucks. How many times am I going to say that? Take a shot every time I say this kitchen sucks. In this zone was baking stuff, flour, sugar. I think that's what I had in here. Ziploc bags, obviously, too. Yeah. That's what I had in here. I had baking supplies. This was completely like organized at one point. A couple times, really. Second shelf, there is a basket back there that you can't see that has bread. And I hate that. We have to change that. That was a great idea if we didn't put anything in front of it. But obviously we put a bunch of crap in front of it. So then I have to like reach back and get the bread. And what does the bread do when it's like that? It just gets moldy because I'm not looking at it at all ever. I'm almost thinking we should put the bread on the counter, but I don't want stuff on the counter. So I'm trying to get as much stuff off the counter as possible. There's also canned goods, back stock of like jellies and ketchups and barbecue sauce. There's vitamins in here, salt and pepper, like the back stock of salt and pepper to refill the grinders. And then I think there's like oatmeal stuff back there too. Top shelf, there is a Lazy Susan in the back that you can't even see. That had all the cans on it. That worked good for like a month. And then we started piling stuff in front of that too. Also, we have a bunch of takeout packets of hot sauce and stuff. I periodically do this where I start a bag of hot sauces. God, this is so bad. And then as time goes on, I think, I don't know how old these hot sauces are anymore. This is disgusting. I'm not using any of them. So why the heck am I saving them in the first freaking place? That is a compulsion. I don't know what to tell you. In the new year, we want to eat fast food less. We already have been eating it significantly less than we did in previous years, but we want to eat fast food even less than before. And it's my new mission in life to always throw away immediately any extra barbecue sauce or ketchup or hot sauce packets because I never use them. The only ones I actually do use are Chick-fil-A sauce, but I go through them so quickly, they don't have a chance to get old in the cupboard. Okay, I think that's the rundown. We are going to empty it out completely. I will be throwing away anything that's expired and yucky, and then I will be wiping it all down in there. It still won't be clean, but I'll wipe it down just for shits and giggles. It'll never be clean. Do you see the condition of the wood shelf here? It's like chipboard, exposed chipboard. So nice of them to put a shelf liner on it though. Probably from, I don't know, the early 90s maybe, thanks to whatever tenant did that. I guess I could put a new one down if I really wanted to, but I don't know. I guess I just don't really care. I don't care to put the effort in to fix this up because it's so disgusting. I feel like I will just be wasting money on shelf liner and I don't think it'll make me feel any better. I would rather just anti-bac spray the crap out of it and I don't know, never touch the bottoms of anything that I have in my pantry. All right, let's empty it out. Kids are home. I have a slight wardrobe change. I'm going to just start emptying out. These are brand new. I'm talking to myself. I'm making a video. I told you I'm going to start doing that now. All these cans are new. This is back stock. Just kind of organizing it like that. Salad stuff. Green bean casserole I never made. Oh my gosh, there's so many sauce packets in here. This is crazy. Bread looks like it's still good. Brand new thing of salad dressing, still good. Salad stuff. Okay, back stock. Back stock, back stock. Canned food, canned food. This is all new stuff. It's still good. Vitamins. I'm gonna put vitamins over here. This is old. This is old. So many. Oh, see, knew that would happen. Nonsense. Look, I need the trash can over here. All right. Oh my gosh, that's gonna keep happening. Hate this kitchen. Hate it. Oh my God, why? I'm never doing this again. It's filled up like the whole top shelf. Oh my God. This is sick. This is sick. I had no idea there was this much in here. Oh my God. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Super old and rotten now. Cool. Marshmallows from last Christmas. Bunch of takeout spoons and forks and knives. I don't feel like I need to keep those anymore either. Oh my God.
Okay, so at this point, I kind of started to shut down a little bit. I'm going to be honest about that. This was overwhelming for me. And if you don't have the same brand of neurospiciness that I do, that might not make any sense to you. You might look at this and think that I'm just being bizarre right now. And that's fine. Just keep it to yourself. I'm going to be very brutal in the comment section about deleting people and blocking people if anybody says anything unkind about any of this. Unkindness about food choices, unkindness about health, unkindness about mental health, all that's going to just get blocked immediately. Also, I wanted to leave in the part of me cleaning out all of the takeout fast food packets. I understand that keeping these makes absolutely no logical sense. Okay, I'm a very highly intelligent person, and I'm not saying that to be like, I'm super smart. I'm saying that to be like, these things weren't kept out of ignorance or something, or laziness. I don't know. Only one reason I kept these, and it's because I felt it would be wasteful to throw them away. And I don't have much of a hoarder mentality in many ways. I really don't, but that is definitely one of them. And so instead of throwing them away in the moment, I decide to just put them in my pantry and collect them for a year and then throw them away and then start a new bag. So I left that in there, as hard as it is for me to actually show that and leave it in, because I don't know if it's really embarrassing necessarily. I don't get embarrassed easily, but I think it will be something that not a lot of people can actually understand or empathize with. So I'm more afraid of what's going to happen in the comment section about the takeout packets, to be perfectly honest. But I'm leaving it in there because it was a good cathartic thing for me to throw them away. As you can tell, I got kind of quiet and just a little self-deprecating as I was throwing them out. But I think it's good for other people to see that, just in case somebody else is doing the same thing. Maybe it helps to provide just a little bit of clarity to see somebody else be like, clearly there's no reason to hang on to these. Let's just throw them all out. And Let's not start a new bag. Also, let's stop going to fast food so often, because the sheer volume of those packets in there was kind of gross to me. It really just shows over the course of a year, probably. I would guess this was cleaned out maybe a year and a half ago, probably. That's a lot of trips to the fast food restaurants. And we had cut down on the amount that we were going. Prior to this collection, we had been going even more frequently. So there's a lot of disordered thinking and behaviors happening here. And I really want my channel to be a space for understanding and acceptance of each other and one's own self, and a place where we can work together to try to work through these disordered behaviors if we can and if we want to. And definitely no shaming on here. Don't shame me, because in turn, anyone else who does the same thing I do is going to see that comment and feel shamed themselves. I have a very thick skin, but somebody else reading my comment section may not. So I will be going on a blocking frenzy if anybody says something that's just gonna rub me the wrong way. And I will show no mercy, just fair warning. In this part of the video is where things start to kind of go off the rails. First of all, my phone memory filled up again and I didn't realize it, so the last little segment cut off. And then this clip that we're watching right now had no sound whatsoever. So clearly I'm saying stuff, I'm talking about something, I'm showing you things, I'm explaining what was going on, why I did this, why I did that. I don't know what I was saying. I don't remember any of it. I do know that while my phone, not only did it fill up with memory, but the battery also died. So I had to clear off the phone and charge it. While that was happening, I went ahead and I filled up my storage containers that I have for the flour and the brown sugar. I had these already and I just kind of stopped refilling them as time went on. So I had also the bags of flour, sugar, etc. I also decided to put our oatmeal in the sugar container because I keep our sugar in the container by the coffee bar, because we actually, if we want to put sugar in our coffee, instead of having just a little small container of sugar, we just scoop it right out of the big old canister. I'm also just going to sort of be walking through ideas that I'm having kind of in real time. And it's okay that I didn't get this audio, and it's okay that I don't actually explain this, because I don't end up going with this idea anyway. So it was kind of a waste of time anyhow. You'll end up seeing what I end up choosing to do. So I did want to mention, inevitably somebody is going to say, how come you don't put your flour in your turquoise canisters that are on the coffee bar? The reason is those canisters are super vintage. They don't seal airtight at all, not even close. They barely seal non-airtight. And I don't want to keep anything in there like flour, because it attracts those little bugs. If you've ever gotten whatever those little bugs are, I don't even know what they're called, but if you've ever gotten them in your flour before, you absolutely have to keep them in an airtight canister. They're like little moths or something. My mom got them one time. Thankfully, I learned the lesson from my mom getting them at our house growing up, because when I moved out, I immediately bought one of those airtight flour canisters. So for the stuff like that, and I don't have a canister for baking soda on the coffee bar. I don't have one for brown sugar. It's just regular sugar. So it's really flour, sugar, coffee, tea. Well, I have sugar, coffee, tea at the coffee bar. The flour, brown sugar, oatmeal, baking soda, that stuff is all going to be in non-pretty canisters just in the pantry for purely functionality reasons. So then after filming this entire clip with no sound, I filmed another whole clip of me washing the shelves, and apparently I wasn't filming. I didn't turn the camera on or something. I don't know even what happened. So imagine me cleaning the shelves and getting frustrated. And now we continue. Was I even filming that whole time? Okay, well, I cleaned off the shelves and apparently I wasn't filming. So this is really going well. All right, I'm going to take these pots out now. Oh, geez. And analyze what I've got and what I need, and if we can get rid of anything.
Okay, I want to start by putting the cereal down here. Of course, we're like out of most of the cereal right now. But if we do put cereal down here, how much fits? Frankly, it will be just as difficult for me to reach the cereal all the way down here as it will all the way up at the top. But I could have the kids get it. And it's not going to fit 4 wide. It'll fit 3 wide. But there's room for something else right there. Maybe the baking stuff and like the Bisquick and stuff, because that's hard for me to get down there. And I do not use this very often. And I could just stack it up tall. I think I might be onto something. Of course, look at me saying, I'm going to start with the stuff that I know where I'm going to put it. Yeah, that didn't happen. Okay, if we do, oh God, if we do breakfast stuff down there, bulky, kid-oriented, pancake type breakfast and cereal. Hey, I like it. And then we could do snacks. Penny, I know that you're just so curious, but do you really have to be involved in everything? Snacks. Snacks and candy that I don't really want them getting to, but it is what it is. Okay, still don't have anywhere for the Ziploc bags. We're going to cross that bridge when it comes. Realistically, I have 2 shelves to work with here because the top has to be the pots. I hate the way that looks, but if there's just pots up there, that's not the worst thing in the world. I can use that little rack up there, put the platters underneath or the lids underneath or something, and then stack them up. We'll try to Tetris that in a minute. For now, I'm thinking this is going to be grains like it was, and this is going to be cans and backstock stuff. I just cannot get in there to film very good. I put the little Lazy Susan back on there. So let's get our cans loaded up because that's a relatively easy task. Okay, that's in there nicely. That works well for the cans. I'm gonna put backstock stuff back here. And I feel like I can go ahead and layer it because the big bulky things. Actually, I'm gonna put the honey even farther back behind there. Then hot sauce, spaghetti sauce, more hot sauce. Okay, so now we have left grains, bread, toothpicks, mince. This looks a little bit better. This is like our condiments that we reach for all the time, if peanut butter is a condiment. We've got our backstock back there, a few little just miscellaneous things here. I do still have a lot of bins and baskets left over right now. I really wanted to get my overnight oats and protein smoothie supplement things in here, but I can already tell it's not gonna happen. So I might just put that whole box up on the top of the fridge. So let's get a couple of baskets for the grains. This is what we were using this basket for before. I guess we can try again and use it for bread. I don't have a ton of bread right now. Maybe just keep it more forward so we can't put anything behind it, but then I don't know what I'm gonna put behind it. And then we have pasta with nowhere to go, and this is too tall. So we still have my oatmeal stuff. and salad stuff and all the pastaroni. That works. That works for the oatmeal little station. This is grains. Then it's grains. This is oatmeal. Oh my goodness. Thought that was rice at first. So rice should go in there. Honestly, these rices should go in here too. Rice and bread. Let's fit in here. All of the oats for oatmeal. It's like we're so close, you know? I wonder if I can get pots and pans up there and also the backstock stuff just kind of in the front. And then I could put the pastaroni and the salad stuff right there. And then this would just stay like this. And then that way, God willing, we don't put anything in front of it and it becomes easy to just slide those out. I have a feeling this is going to end up right there though. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I'm looking around. The only other thing is this pasta. Does that fit in between? Oh, glorious. It does. I mean, just gotta be mindful of the fact that it's gonna slide forward, but it's not the worst. It's not great, but it's not the worst. All right, let's work on the pots and pans now. We're down to just the pastaroni. I want it with the pasta. Tons of room up there now. I feel like there's a lot of wasted space. Maybe since it's big and kind of obvious, pastaroni in the back. I don't hate that. And that way, I mean, I can still see it. I ended up putting the pastaroni in the back so the bread can't like go super far backwards. And I can still reach back there and grab a box pretty easily. And then this is the pasta, the oatmeal stuff. I ended up just, you know, just as long as I have an arm to get back here to get to the cans, I think it's okay. I could put the backstock stuff up there. We could try it for a while and see if it's annoying, but I'm still not going to put like the honey and all that stuff. It would just be like some of the bulky things like ketchup and barbecue sauce and peanut butter. Down here is the kids' snacks. And then all the way at the bottom, baking supplies, pancake mix, and cereal accessible to the kids. Kids' snacks and cereal accessible to the kids. Is this the most functional way to set up the pantry? Likely no. All the pots and pans up there. However, it fulfills the wish that I had for the kids to be able to get some of the stuff on their own. So we're gonna live with it like this for a little while. I guess just see how it goes. We'll just give it a go, you know? Let's just give her a try. All you can do is try, right? If it sucks, then the next time I clean out the pantry, I'll try to rearrange some stuff and figure things out in a better way. Now, I have not dealt with vitamins. I have not dealt with my smoothie accoutrement, and I have not dealt with spices, which is in a different cupboard. So obviously there's a lot more to do as far as kitchen goes. It needs to be relatively soon because, like I said before in other episodes, we are having a party and the kitchen can't look like that anymore. All those cups that were over here, because I know people are going to ask me about it, all the cups, I basically just put them all right there because they were all dusty. They all need to get washed again anyway. And then we also don't have a place to put them. But I will say, little teaser preview for when we do the kitchen. Don't look at my dirty dishes. This cabinet is not being used very well because I cannot reach it. It's too far in the corner. The counter is in the way and I have to literally climb up on something to get it. So I can access this bottom shelf. I can barely reach these bowls right here, which I'm going to move so that the kids can reach them. Plus, it's like, why are there just bowls right there when everything else isn't, it's not organized well. The top has a bunch of glasses that I know we don't use because they're all the way up there. Why are there glasses there and where we keep glasses? So I'm thinking I could take all those down and then that's where all of Blake's cups could go, kind of stacked in on each other because he can reach that perfectly fine. That can be his little like favorite cup corner. Maybe even both of these could have some sort of cups in it that he uses. Because I can't reach anything right there. That's my idea for that because I know that there's a lot of stuff in there that is going to go once I get a ladder and get up there.
Here are the before and afters of the pantry and this little side of the sink area. I am actually a lot happier with the result than I'm going to sound in the next clip. I think it was just a really long day. I was really tired. It was not my favorite area to clean out and I was a little burnt out on this day and ready for it to be over. But now that we've been living with it for a while, it's working really well. It's really functional. It's way better looking. And after we cleaned up the rest of the kitchen for our party, I'm thrilled with the results. Even though I pretty much just shoved everything into cabinets all willy-nilly, and I'm very motivated now to clean out the rest of our kitchen cabinets and declutter even more stuff so that everything can fit into the kitchen much better.
I feel like I should be happier right now. How many times am I going to get my head on that? I tried to not let it break me. It didn't break me. I'm not feeling like that icky, sticky, germy way that I did when I was doing the bathroom. I still just didn't like this at all. I'm okay with the result, but I know it's not perfect and there's still a bunch of crap sitting out that I have to like shove into somewhere. As I'm standing here and looking at the refrigerator though, not having all those cereal boxes on top of the refrigerator is fantastic. However, I'm about to put my like protein shake stuff up there, which is not going to be really that much better. But at least it's not something that the kids have to get to. I guess that's it. Oh, and I didn't find a place for the Ziploc bags. That's going to have to go in some other drawer. I have a drawer for like foil and plastic wrap that has a lot of stuff in it. And I'm thinking all I ever use is foil. So there's got to be stuff that I can get rid of in there. And then I'll put the Ziploc bags in there. Once you do one thing in the kitchen, it wants to chain reaction into the rest of the kitchen. And I'm like, no, I am not doing the whole kitchen right now. This is supposed to be a quick thing. So I am going to have to do some stuff, but some of it, like the dishes, that's going to be Blake when he gets home. He's going to get to do that one. This is the last thing inside the house. All that's left for tomorrow is the car, taking the donations that we have built up, taking things to other locations that aren't donations, that are just like action items that have been sitting in the car that we need to take care of. I am happy. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to end the decluttering inside the house on a downer. So I am thrilled. I will do a walkthrough of the house. I'm not sure when it's going to be up. It may be up after Christmas. So don't be super mad at me if it's not right away. Because yes, I am filming these a little bit in advance, but it's not that much in advance. And I need to get my Christmas shopping done. And we're having a party in 2 days. And yeah, there's a lot going on. So if I get to the walk through and don't get it up till after Christmas, I apologize. But we will walk through the house and I'll show you the end result. I'll give you my final thoughts, and it's been good. It's been wonderful. And the main final thought I want to say, even though we're not doing final thoughts yet, there's still 2 more episodes, but the biggest thought I want to leave this episode with is thank you. So many kind comments. So many people can relate to all of this. So many people loved the fishbowl idea, which wasn't even my idea, but awesome. I'm just very, very, very thankful this worked. It did. It totally worked. The house is just unbelievably better than it was when we started. I'm not embarrassed to have people over now at this point, which was a big one. It has motivated Blake to do a little more keeping up with stuff, like he cleaned his bathroom. And overall, everything has been great. Did I love doing the pantry and do I love the result? Not so much. But they're not all wonderful. This is why I knew that I wasn't going to want to do this. And it ended up being the last task, which is really kind of funny. But hey, I'm glad it's done. I won't have to mess with this now for a while. It's going to last like this for a while. Is it perfect? No. Does that bother me? Yeah. Am I doing that question and answer thing again? Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 24. The end. Bye, everyone.
So I decided to reward myself with a glass of wine from my wine advent calendar. This is a rosé infused with jalapeno. Oh my gosh. It really smells like jalapeno. I don't know what to say about that. It burns. I don't know. I'm gonna keep. Oh, it's so burny. It's tart. It's so tart.